Yes.
Okay, so hello, boys and girls. We are back for another episode of the Reality Twins. We are doing the finale. Y'all, it's finally fucking over.
Oh my god, we made it through a whole season of The
Ooh,
Bachelor.
I'm low-key tired.
Paradise.
Low-key tired. I was like, y'all keep bitching about the same shit.
There's so many... just as we just literally finished watching the episode, literally, like, there are so many unanswered, like just loose, like, Clay and Nicole weren't at the reunion.
They straight up acted like they didn't even exist.
Yeah. Freaking Katie and Chris, they look like they just broke up, but who freaking knows? I don't know.
Bye.
So yeah, since you mentioned Nicole and Clay, oh my god, she's crazy. She's crazy.
That's why she didn't come up on this reunion.
My goodness. Like, when
He said he still wanted to be with you, bitch. I'm so confused.
So, Nicole and Claire are, like, on the beach. They're having a conversation. So, they don't do the fantasy suite, right? They didn't do the fantasy suite. And he's basically saying, like, I have reservations, you know, with my last relationships, blah, blah. He's like, I can see it. I can see the potential there. And she is acting like
engagement or
this
nothing.
is new. Like, he's like, she was like, I don't know where this is coming from. Like, what else do you need to think about? Everything. Like, you're talking about moving, like, being married, engaged, like, and he is not about that. And he has already voiced those opinions to you.
He literally just broke up with Angela 3 minutes ago.
I know. Like, what makes you think that he wants to get engaged when he just got out of a relationship that did not work out less than a year ago? And, like, I just don't understand. Like, she was like... And he didn't even say anything about not wanting to be with her. He was just like, I don't want to move in together, you know? Like, he's like, I still want to explore, and, you know, I don't see us getting engaged at the end of this, but I am falling in love with you. And that was just not good enough for her. Oh, my God. Whenever she, like, stood up, go have your space. Go have your space.
That's some shit I would do.
Oh my god,
and I
so
just
petty.
Walking away, be like, "Oh, you just gonna leave? You just gonna leave?
Are you done now?
Okay, bye. Fucking go."
Oh my gosh, and I'm like, this is why he doesn't want to be with you, because you're crazy. You're acting crazy. Like, she was just like, I'm just so in love with you, and I just knew it from like when we first kissed. And yeah, my home, blah blah blah. Like, honey. She was really not processing. She was not processing a goddamn thing that Clay was like telling her. She was rejecting it. She was like, "No, you either love me or this is it. That's it. We're done."
Need to know?
Yeah, she was like
That you're not crazy.
So they didn't go to the fantasy suite, and she was like, "Okay, like take your space. Like, what else do you need to know?" Like, oh god, oh girl. She just like shot herself in the foot with that. I was like, this attitude, all this bullshit you're bringing up to him right now is not gonna make you want to be with him or him be with you. Yeah, and first I knew they weren't gonna be together at the end of this anyways. I was just like, no, like she is somewhere up in the freaking clouds in cloud 9. She's ignoring like all these red flags that Clay is not ready, and she's just ignoring it. Like, I don't know what else you wanted him to do or say. Like, she was just being so crazy. And Clay was like, I don't know. Clay was like, let's go straight to the pub. And I was like, after being with her, I'm right there with you, dude. She was, and then, like, at the like, when they, like, got together, she was like, oh, that thing that she said about Angela. She was like, He never intended on leaving with me. Well, I can't blame him.
Well, if you knew, why'd you do it?
Oh.
Moving on.
So the first hour is them just like boom, 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 like who's leaving, who's getting engaged, what. So Katie and Chris, they make her out to be so dumb. So dumb. And I don't like Chris. And I didn't like him when this season started.
Yeah.
And, like, towards the end, I was like, fuck boy.
So they're not together, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming they're not together. Because he left, and he was like,
real surprised when she was like, putting in all this work. reaping no rewards.
I mean,
Like, huh? What? We talked about this before.
yeah. And, like, even when he proposed to her, I was like, I don't know about all this. Like,
Lackluster.
because he was like, I'll know when I get up there. That's not a great sign that this is going to last.
You'll know when the producers tell you.
Yeah.
Okay?
When Sydney and Alon tell you it's time to get married, then it'll be time to get engaged and get married. So maybe that's the cue.
You're ready when Neil tells you you're ready.
Yeah. You're ready when Chris Harrison wants you to be ready. So yeah, not surprised at all. This isn't the squirrel couple I wanted. I'm sorry, but this is not what I wanted. I don't stand this couple.
Wrong show.
And they just made Katie out to be so dumb. Like, and I know she's not. And like, something went very awry with Katie. But Hannah and Dylan obviously got engaged. They're so cute. For a second, I thought Hannah was going to say no. Like, because she was like, I love you, but what? Are you watching something on the TV?
The news.
Well, stop watching it.
She won't let me watch the news.
It's nothing important.
Yes, it is.
I will turn it off.
Somebody got fired over a tweet.
Oh, well. Join the club.
No, I don't want to join the
It's
club.
2019. Everyone's getting fired for everything. Two things about Hannah and Dylan. First of all, I never figured out what his tattoo was. It looked like a heart.
On his chest.
Yes.
Who knows?
Some bullshit tattoo that they probably got when he was 18. And second, they had fruit in the bed, and I was like, did y'all bang? Like, all these couples that went to the fantasy suite, I'm like, did y'all bang or what? Like, I don't think Katie and Chris had sex.
You don't have to have sex. Maybe they just want
I mean, they're half naked. Like, I want to know if they banged or not.
They have clothes on. What do you mean half naked? They have clothes on.
Dylan didn't have a shirt on.
Okay, and that's how men sleep.
Okay, whatever. I just wanted to
Be
know.
fully clothed in some long johns.
Maybe.
In Mexico.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I just wanted to know if they banged. Whatever. We'll never know. They'll be like, oh. If I can't say if I would, get it on in the fantasy suite.
I would.
Oh my god. You slut. Slut!
Don't slut shame me. Or I'll tell Caitlin.
What, you gonna pull a Blake and release my text messages on Instagram?
No, don't slut shame us.
Whatever. So Demi and Christian, they get engaged too. I'm like 100% over their love story. They're cute. They're so cute. Being realistic,
They're not gonna stay
they're
together.
not gonna stay together.
Y'all ain't gonna stay together.
And if anyone leaves that relationship, it'll be Demi.
For sure.
I love her, but like I just like that has a
Homegirl needs to fly free.
yeah, she just has I think she has so much more exploring to do, and I just don't see them together. But they got Christian gave her a freaking ring, but I was wondering, like, when they were like getting up there to the on the beach or whatever, I was like, so who proposes to who? Mm-hmm. I'm like, who gets down on? Oh my gosh, when I saw Demi get down on one knee, like, I was just like, does that hurt your knees? Is it like it's just wood? Are you gonna participate? Stephanie's on her phone, and
okay, who cares who proposes?
I know, I was just saying when they got there.
Well, I'm over their relationship. Anyways, moving on
Jeez
to
Louise.
who was next.
Next is the reunion.
They were the last ones to go.
Yes.
This show was long as fuck. Too long, as usual.
Okay, so they start the reunion, and it's so funny. Nobody clapped for Christina's because
she's a snake in the grass.
Yeah, she's weird. Like, she's just so back and forth. Like, just pick a team. Like, she's over here trying to shit on Blake, and then the next thing you know, she's like in the wings, like, it's okay, like, be strong. What? But you're mad that he didn't tell you, like, disclose to you that he had sex with Kaylin, like, 3 days, like, or the day after when y'all went to Stagecoach.
I would just like to say I don't feel bad about the roasting that Blake deserved.
Yeah. Before they started roasting Blake, they started questioning JP and Derek, which, oh my gosh, like, freaking... so pretty much JPJ said the same thing, and it did sound like he changed up what he said when he was, like, telling the audience, like, back, like, he was like, he was just missing, like, chunks of his story, so he, like, I think it was just out of context, and they didn't really get into it. And of course, like, JPJ, like, interrupted, yeah, and he didn't apologize to Derek. And freaking, Cam asked the question, do you sleep with your Instagram followers? And, like, what, like, who are you to ask that question? And Jordan was just like, I like don't answer Jordan that.
Moderated the whole reunion, or, I'm sorry, tell-all.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And then him and the other boy, Christian, got into it, like... Clearly, that guy. Sit the fuck down. Yeah, that guy was just.
Did you not just see her? They played it back. Did you not just see yourself get laid out?
Yeah, Jordan. Sit down. Jordan really was reaching though and said self-defense, and I was like, what? No, like you went over there and you instigated the fight, like.
But at the same time, no one gives a shit about Christian.
Exactly. I don't care. So I don't care who started the fight. I don't like Christian. Yeah, he's clearly just here to get Instagram followers and. I don't know, doing some crazy thing of bumping up his career or something. I don't know what what he does, and I don't care about him at all. So I'm glad they didn't give him a lot of screen time. Thank you, ABC.
Except for when he got laid out.
Yeah, and, yeah. He's just a mess, and I'm glad they didn't give him a lot of screen time. And Jordan, I don't know, Jordan got an attitude with Mike, and Mike was like, it wasn't self-defense. And he was like, shut up, Mike. And I was like, hey.
Shut the fuck up. Another person I don't care about, Mike.
Oh, gosh. The Mike train started off so hot, and it is freaking, it's done. It's a disaster. Like,
Not a disaster. He has no personality, like... I don't know why everyone wanted him to be the Bachelor. Like, he can't even carry a storyline. Like, Peter might be boring, but he has at least a storyline to carry.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, I did stand Mike for the Bachelor, but there's no way he could have carried a whole season. Or maybe he could have, and they just didn't show him enough, or maybe their minds were already made up. Gave him
zero screen time. I kept forgetting he was even in Paradise until right up until he left, and I was like, oh yeah, shit. He hasn't done talk to nobody but Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney left him.
He was there for a free vacation, which good for you. Like, good for you. If you're there for a free vacation, good on you. You didn't have to do nothing. Okay, the freaking Stagecoach drama.
We'll put Blake in the hot seat.
Come on. Take this shot.
Like I said, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Everyone's like, oh, why? But I don't feel bad for Blake. I don't care what... I don't care how many times he's apologized. I don't care what the fuck Kaylin did. I don't give a fuck if she fucking lied. I don't. Fuck Blake. You little slimy little sneaky snake. You were shady about the whole thing the whole time. I'm glad you... Let me roast some marshmallows over this dumpster fire that you created.
Yeah, so, like, they kind of let him explain himself, and it just sounded like...
Sketch City.
Yeah. He was going back and forth saying, like... You know, like, I wasn't going to bring this drama into Paradise. And then he was also saying, like, I knew what was going to happen. Like, I knew they might find out. And I was ready to take the hit.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
I was like, what? And then you're acting surprised that all these girls are mad at you. And he apparently told Christina 3 days before they were supposed to start filming.
Said, by the way, I slept with Kaylin.
And And Christina was like, you told me 3 days. 3 days before. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. Like, and then, like, they're...
I'd be pissed, too. My little plotting ass. I would have done the same thing. Took his ass on a date and been like, surprise! Fuck you.
And then they say... And then he went to go visit Hannah. And he
before.
said he went to go visit Hannah to explain himself about the stagecoach situation. What else?
Can't do that
what
over the
else?
phone?
You for real? Like, I'm not about to fly to, like, there's something missing there.
Someone's lying about something.
It's moot now because they don't.
She's with Dylan.
She's with Dylan. They're engaged.
Somebody
They're
lied
happy.
about something. I swore someone said that they kissed.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
He
but
said
that
that they
didn't get
kissed.
brought up at all.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. Someone fucking lied.
Yeah, there was something that we're not hearing from the whole Alabama trip, because Sydney brought up a good point when she was like, you don't just fly to Alabama just to have, like, a coffee conversation. Like, y'all could have had that over the phone.
I'm glad y'all got money to waste on
Yeah.
plane trips.
Hannah really dodged a bullet there.
She was sitting up there like, oh, please don't say nothing else.
Yeah. And she was also, like, looking at Dylan, too, like kind of like, oh, what's his reaction gonna be to all this? And, yeah, something definitely got left out. Like, something else happened between Blake and Hannah. Like, there had to be, like, premeditated, like, conversation, not premeditated, but, you know, conversations that happened before he just flew out to Alabama to hang out with her.
You don't just go out to be like, oh, you know what, I need to go explain myself. Let me just let me catch a plane out there. No. The lies.
For real. Someone is lying, but it doesn't matter now.
Someone's right. Isn't that right, Gus?
And then him and the whole Kaylin situation, like, honestly, like...
You knew what was going to happen when you released those text messages,
Yes.
and you fucking did it anyways, and you asked everyone,
And they said no.
They said, don't do it. It's going to make... He picked and chose text messages from, like, months of talking that made him look good and made her look bad. When I'm sure she probably has tenfold that makes you look like a piece of shit that you probably still are.
Yeah.
And you did it anyways. After
Dean told him not to
Dean
do
told
it.
him not to. He called up Kaylin, and she said, you know what's going to happen if you do this. Don't do it. And you did it anyways. And then you want to backtrack and be like, oh, no, don't attack Kaylin.
What did you think was going to happen?
Was going to happen. So fucking stupid. I don't feel bad for him.
And, like...
He deserved every last bit of that roasting.
And I see what Blake was saying, okay. So, multiple people, I listened to the I Suck at Dating podcast with Dean. Multiple people, apparently, like, Blake was thinking about this before the episode even aired.
Premeditated.
And it was premeditated. He was reaching out to people, and specifically, this is coming from another podcast. This is coming from Dean and Vanessa and Jared. And they were saying, yeah, like, people had, like, Blake had reached out to people, and they were like, no, don't do that. It's gonna backfire.
Don't do that.
Which is like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, okay, so I know why he did it. He just wanted to put it out there like, hey, she came on to me.
Don't give a fuck.
And literally, like, as soon as you released those text messages, nobody cared about what Kaylin did.
Exactly.
You just aired your dirty laundry out.
And
like,
hers.
And it wasn't just like a couple of like, oh, like, come see me texts. Like, they were pretty like... Those were like those 4 a.m. texts. You don't want nobody to see. Yeah, you don't want nobody to see that. That's so, ugh. Like, why would you post those? Like, you know that's not going to end well. But you did it anyways. And guess what? You were set on flames like a witch. Like, you should not have done that. Yeah, because as soon as, yeah, it didn't matter that Kaylin had come on to you. Like, the fact that you released those text messages, just, yeah. Yeah. That just messed, yeah, it just didn't, which I get it. Like, Blake kept trying to, like, bring up the point, like, hey, like, if everyone's just, like, missing the point that, like, Kaylin came on to me, like, nope, doesn't matter.
We don't give a fuck.
You fought fire with fire.
No, we don't give a fuck. It's fucking almost 2020. We're done blaming the girl.
Yeah.
It's your fucking fault.
You did it. You're in the wrong. Which is so awkward because, like, Blake was just, like, sitting there watching, like, Kaylin and Dean are together, and they're so cute and happy. I'm so excited. I really hope that they stay together. I don't think, they'll end up getting married or anything, No, I don't think that'll happen. But I think they'll be together for a minute. I'm hoping.
I'm gonna need Clay to go run back to Angela, which is what I'm sure he did.
For real, though.
I will not be surprised.
I was surprised that they weren't on there. Weren't on the show at all. Like, and nobody.
Angela wasn't there either.
Oh, she wasn't? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
I don't think so.
Wait. Yeah, she was.
She was there?
Yeah. I saw her.
I didn't.
But yeah, Nicole and Clay weren't there, and I was just like...
Probably told Angela to shut the fuck up, too.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that whole situation. Even though that was, like, a huge, like, chunk of the season. I don't know. Whatever.
It really was, though. That was, like, a good 2 or 3 episodes of them fixating on Nicole, Clay, and Angela.
Yeah.
So I'm really surprised that they weren't there and that they didn't give an update on their, like, well, I guess she left and she was like, I can't be with you, so.
Bye. Bye.
She's dumb. They're so stupid.
I love Angela.
Me too. But, oh, and then Blake never apologized. He's one of those people that, I'm sorry you feel that way. Okay.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I had to
defend myself. Well, you should have waited until the whole thing aired out, because now you look like a grade A loser because Kaylin and Dean are together and Hannah and Dylan are together, like 2 girls that you've like had sex with, and then Christina dumped your ass, basically, like rejected you. Gosh, like Blake just probably one of like the this season for him was worse than what Dean had to go through. Dean was
2 bitches.
Yeah. And because Dean was very, like, forthcoming. He was like, yeah, like, I liked them both. Like, he didn't know which one to pick. Like, D'Lo was really hot, and Christina was like...
And, like, Jordan was saying, everyone is having all these pre-conversations.
Yes.
And doing all these things, and then coming to paradise. No, that's not how it was like before. Like... Don't do that. Date. Like, everyone's supposed to come in there, like, not really knowing each other. Like,
yeah. It's supposed to be like, well, I've heard of so-and-so, like, I'm interested in meeting them.
Yeah.
Not, let's go to 3 freaking festivals, get drunk, have sex, and then have all these side conversations.
And then roll up on
the beach, yeah. Like, what? And, like, that's the thing, like, viewers don't like that. Like, there's so much more that we are missing. And then we know that we're missing so much more. Like, there's text messages and like, nights out and phone calls that we didn't get to fucking see because y'all did it 3 months ago. Ew. Like, just stop going out so much. Like, cool, like, hang out with each other, but literally, like, don't fuck each other. My goodness. It's just causing too much controversy, and obviously it backfired on some people. But
who? Really just Blake.
Really just Blake, yeah. You'll never do that again. When's the next Stagecoach?
Half y'all didn't even know what the fuck Stagecoach was before this.
Yeah. Do you know what it is, right?
Some country and music festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fucking thanks.
Yeah, Brandy went.
I would rather shove
apparently
bamboo up my fingernails.
Stagecoach is very chill. It's like the country western Coachella. And a lot of people say they actually prefer it because it's so chill, because they're like, well, Coachella is just like a big Instagram photo waiting to happen.
Isn't everything a big Instagram photo?
But yeah, they basically, let Blake go off the hot seat, and that's that. And literally, we don't hear it. He really doesn't say anything for the rest of the show. He
sits down and shuts that mouth.
Which is the best thing you've done all season. Just shut up. We don't want to hear your excuses anymore.
We'll be over in about 6 months.
Yeah.
Just sit down and shut the hell up.
For real. And then so many commercial breaks, y'all. My goodness. So they bring in the previous Bachelor couples, which I guess they just had to like fill up the time. I don't know.
We didn't need to do all that.
We didn't need to do all that. I mean, I do like Carly and Evan, but like I don't really care about Jade and Tanner. I do like Crystal and Chris though, even though they didn't say a lot. Like, I guess they just had to. This was 3 hours long. Like, my goodness. Like, I'm exhausted.
I know, I'm tired.
But yeah, like, Yeah, did you know that Jade had her baby in the
Yes. Horrifying.
Yeah. The video looked like she had been oof. No drugs. No drugs for babies.
Well, fucking sounds like it fell right out. What time for what kind of drugs?
It really did seem like they just slipped out really quickly. Ugh. I cannot
she said
imagine.
It all happened in like 45 minutes.
Oh my god. I cannot imagine. Ugh.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, ma'am.
Of course. Oh my god, I love Wells. They did the gender reveal for Carly and Evan, and Wells popped out in a little baby outfit, and it was blue, which they kind of spoiled because they showed Wells like popping out, and I saw he had blue, and so then when they were like, "Oh, the gender reveal," and I was like, "Oh." I'm like,
you already showed Wells jumping out of the goddamn cake, so I guess we know it's a boy.
For real, it's like, great editing team. Like, we know what it is, a boy. Like, you already showed the clip of Wells jumping out of the damn cake. But yeah, they're having a boy.
Everything.
Carly and Evan are one of those couples I was like, okay. Because Carly didn't even like their first kiss when they were together.
She was just like, get away from me.
Oh, man. How the tables have turned. And now they're about
to have 2 kids. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell nah.
Crazy.
And then it showed, and then we have Tayshia and JPJ.
Yeah.
Girl, you could have had a bad bitch. And by bad bitch, I mean Derek. They're not gonna
He
stay
is a
together.
fetus.
She's 28 and he's 24. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
So they show Tayshia left JPJ, and then they get her, like, I guess she just had this big ol', like, change of heart.
She's like, I made a mistake.
I was like, did you
I
though?
have to go get my man.
Did you make a mistake? Did you? Did you really?
You did.
You do?
Anyways, she rolls up. Of course, they send a fucking camera because,
Oh
the
my
Bachelor,
God.
Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, those producers don't sleep. So they send a camera with her to go to JPJ's house. He acts fake surprised that she showed up on his doorstep. They go in. Within the span of 5 minutes, they decide they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh my god, it's just so annoying.
I
Like,
think
he's
they
a fetus, he's a child, they're not gonna make it.
I don't like them. Girl, you could have had Derek. You could have had Derek.
I know. You could have had John Krasinski.
For real, I'm baffling.
I just could not.
And that's all I want to say about them, because I think John Paul Jones is fucking annoying. I think he, like, did a 180. It was real weird.
He completely hoed Derek, and, like, to make those allegations is totally, like, a crock of shit.
You can't just go around saying people sexually assaulted other people. No.
And they're,
and you have no
preying
evidence
on
to back
women.
it up.
Yeah.
With
And
what
then
evidence?
you're not even gonna say sorry?
That's the kind of man you want to... Okay, go ahead, girl. You can fucking keep him.
Get out of here,
Nobody wants
JPJ,
him.
with all your mess. And then you don't even want to be like, yeah, like, you know what? Yeah, I said those things. Like,
no evidence to back it up.
You know, that's just how I was feeling at the time. You know, I shouldn't have overreacted. Like, to not even, like, simply apologize to Derek is just so disrespectful and rude. And it just shows how much of a child you really are. And, like, ugh, like, you're just a fetus. Like, and Tayshia, I feel like she's just with him just because, like, she's, like, attracted to him, and she's never been attracted to that type of guy before. So she's just like, yeah, like, there's just something there. She's gonna explore it, and then they're gonna break up. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hit y'all with the headline real quick. That is what's gonna happen. They're not gonna last. Because he is, like, still acting like he is 19 years old.
What else?
Justice for Derek. My goodness. Katie and Chris, so they got engaged, and then they bring Katie on. She's not wearing her engagement ring, so I was so confused. So
yeah, like we said in the beginning, I think they're broken up because
yeah. So she's sitting there, like, crying, like, basically saying, like, she's saying that she's giving, like, all of this, like, emotionally giving herself to Chris, and he's basically not giving her anything back. When she started talking about him like this, I was just like, girl, you need to get out of this relationship. Like, he's one of those guys that just takes, gives you a glimmer of hope, takes, pushes you to your limit, glimmer of hope, take, and then, like, you just look desperate. Which she said, she's like, I felt like I looked desperate. And I'm like, girl, yeah, you did. Don't worry, you did.
He basically just stands there and says, oh, you blindsided me by this, da-da-da-da. And then he just walks away, basically, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, they have, like, a whole conversation with Chris Harrison saying, like, they're gonna work on their relationship.
And then it cuts to them out back having this, like, it's not a fight.
And he like, completely, like, shut down.
5 minutes, he was like, yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
And he said he was blindsided, and I was like, blindsided by what? And she was like,
sir, these are legitimate concerns.
So I don't even know if he, I don't know if he
loose ends.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't even know, like, what was the point of, like, showing us all that?
I don't know, sloppy.
And then they didn't want to, like, I don't even know if they're together right now.
I guess not, from the looks of it. I follow her on Instagram. They're not together.
Oh, she hasn't posted anything?
No, not with him.
I'm gonna go look on Instagram. Let's see who him. What's Chris Bukowski? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well, if I could type, my goodness. Let me see. Okay, he posted a photo of her 27 minutes ago.
Oh, shit.
Okay, it says, love is tough, love is beautiful, most importantly, love is patient. Sometimes you need a shock to the system to put a fire under your ass. What I felt then, I feel even more now. I love you, Katie, shit. And I can't wait to feed you pizza for the rest of our lives. Well, this just in, they're together.
ABC, you wouldn't have known that.
That was so weird how they did that, because I was like, what's going on?
What about everyone else who doesn't have Instagram? They don't know how to look for this shit.
Oh my
what about
goodness.
These people? Because I wasn't going to go out of my way to look. I was going to be like, oh, well, you fucking walked off, so I guess they're not together.
And she was like, I knew he was going to do this. I knew he was going to do this. Do what? What? Like, walk off? Leave you?
Together by
what
ourselves.
Happened? Are y'all breaking up?
Jesus.
So they're together. Cool. She's too good for him, but whatever. Moving on. Of course, Blake commented on it. Bring her to Denver. No.
Shut the hell up. Ain't no one want to go and see you. Blake, I advise you to stay quiet for the next 6 months.
Jeez Louise. And then Hannah and Dylan.
Ain't no one
They're still together.
No
Every single one of them is moving out to California. Like, I already knew Hannah was moving out to California. So Hannah's moving out to California. Debbie moved out to California. Who else moved out there?
Everyone.
I don't know if Kaylin already lived in California or what. I think
there now.
Dylan has. I think Dylan is from California. Thankfully, Blake is like.
I don't know how all y'all live in Los Angeles.
Me neither.
Los Angeles is disgusting. Yeah, gross and expensive. No, thank you.
City of Angels.
City of Death.
I want to see what
City of homeless
Katie said. Where is she? Oh, she posted a photo too. Yeah, I guess they were together because his was posted 27 minutes ago and hers was 23 minutes ago. She wrote like a freaking paragraph, so y'all can go read that because I'm not reading it. Look how long this is.
Hell no. Fucking telenovela.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
But yeah, Hannah, I don't know if they're still engaged, Hannah and Dylan. It seems like they are. Let's see. I don't know. Homegirl has so many freaking endorsements right now. It's insane. Hannah G. She's the face of Kenzie.
They're still together because they posted on Tyler. They're with Tyler right now.
Oh, they did? Yeah. Oh, okay. Honestly, Hannah and Dylan are probably the best couple to come out of here. Like, Hannah has all these... She is just living her best life. She has all these endorsements. Didn't have to get her hands dirty with Blake. Cruising. She didn't take any heat from that. She took, like, about 0.5 seconds. And quite honestly, she dodged a bullet. Because I feel like there's a lot more to that story. But it did not get shelled out, so... We'll never know.
Nobody cares about fucking Hannah's ass.
And then, of course, oh yeah, and then Demi and Christian, they get... Are you ready to go to bed, Stephanie? Just sitting there curled up.
Yes. Christian and Demi is so fucking cute. I'm tired of people talking about them. Who cares that much? They got engaged again.
And then...
I don't know why they both need a damn engagement ring, but whatever.
I mean, that's fair. Announce a new Bachelor, Stephanie. I know you're so excited.
Not the Peter we deserve. It's Pilot Peter! We all knew this. This got leaked like at least 2 weeks ago.
So this is annoying.
Well, we all knew it was going to be Mr. Peter.
There is, I was looking on Instagram, and there is one girl that actually looks kind of like, not fat. She just looks thicker.
Yeah.
Curvy. Which, literally, like, all of these girls are blonde and freaking stick thin. And there's no ever any curly girls. Like, what if Peter wanted a curvy black girl? Ever thought of that?
Well, he's not going to get one.
Not anytime soon. About as soon as we're going to get a black Bachelor.
Yeah, well, if we could find one that could carry a storyline and didn't have crusty lips.
I don't know. I already looked at some of the photos of these girls, and I'm just like, y'all all look shallow as hell. I'm not excited for this season of The Bachelor.
But you're going to watch anyways.
I don't want to. My goodness. I don't know, because I didn't like Hannah when she was when she got picked for The Bachelorette.
I hated Hannah when she was
I was like, oh, this girl's so awkward. Well, I don't want any of that.
She's all right.
But she was good. And she's doing so well on Dancing with the Stars.
Not the Peter I wanted.
No, we wanted Peter. What's his name?
Rachel season.
Oh my god. How crazy would that have been if Chris Harrison had been like, Peter, and then whatever Peter Krause. Yes! Oh my god, that would have been so funny.
Peter that we deserve.
Yes, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh. Of the world. It's so sad.
There is no justice.
No justice.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Peter being the Bachelor. I hope it's not boring.
We're underwhelmed, or at least
I was so underwhelmed, and I knew this was coming. I just didn't want it to be true. I just wanted to wish it away.
Oh.
I don't know. Y'all can tell us your thoughts about The Bachelor. If y'all want to email us and see, like, who did you think The Bachelor was going to be? You can always email us at therealitytwins@gmail.com. Tell us what you thought of this season. And then
we're going to be doing possibly Below Deck on Bravo for the next show, because that comes back in October.
I'm so excited for Below Deck. So we'll most likely do Below Deck.
We're finishing up Below Deck Med right now. We didn't do that one.
That was good.
But we will probably end up doing Below Deck. Just the regular Below Deck.
And then hopefully after that we'll do Vanderpump Rules. And then right around that time is when freaking Bachelor's going to come back on.
Bachelor is back on January 7th, 2020.
Gosh.
A new round of drama. The most dramatic season yet.
I'm so tired. We made it through a whole season of The Bachelor, and I just don't, or The Bachelor in Paradise. I don't know what I'm watching anymore. But thank you all for listening. If you listened, I know not a lot of people listen. That's fine. That just means we can say whatever we want and not catch any flack for you. We obviously know that. You chillin'. Like, but yeah, we'll be taking a short break, and then hopefully we'll be back.
On October 7th. Huh?
Yes, to cover Below Deck.
Below Deck.
And they're gonna be in Thailand. I'm super excited. But if you have any questions, comments, feel free to email us at therealitytwins@gmail.com. What? Oh, I was like, what did you say? But yeah, and I'm super tired and exhausted, slightly annoyed that Peter's a bachelor. But everyone, have a great night and have a good weekend. Tomorrow's hump day, and we're gonna make it through the week.
Alrighty, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Lex. Bye.